Hey YouTube, this is Kerry scrapping for a dart. Well, this afternoon I started scrapping some brass doorknobs. I'm not going to spend all day working on these. I'm just going to show you a couple of examples of what I've been doing and how I break them down. And I'll be moving on to trying to get some appliances out of my garage because they're taking up too much space. And as you know, I like to get rid of the big stuff so I can have room for more. So anyway, here's a bin of doorknobs. I've got, I think there was 14 here. One of my guys at work that was remodeling, he gave me all this, and they're used. There's one in a box. So basically this is, your standard doorknob. There's two different sides to it. This slides off. So you got that. And then, for example, this is one of the ones that I worked on. So I went ahead and broke it down a little farther. So I started breaking another one down to show you kind of how it goes together. There's a spring in there, a little plastic gasket of some kind. And then this piece here comes off once you pull all this apart. I only need a few tools here. This is all I use to open these up. Of course I just use these wire cutters, to grab the metal and pull it apart. And then from there I broke it down even further with another one to these components. So basically all of this is in one of these. Okay. When I was doing this, I was like, my magnet's sticking to it. It's not brass. Well, it actually is brass because it's somehow they machine it over the steel. So you actually have to take your wire cutters and bend all around the pieces and pull out the steel like that. And then that gives you a nice piece of brass. So that's clean. This piece here is a solid piece of brass. Same with this piece here. Once you break it down, this top piece is brass. Again, you have to peel off everything. I use a chisel and I just put it in my vise and chisel it down. It's real soft. And then you can just peel it off with your wire cutters and you pull out the steel. And then this is brass as well. Same with these pieces here. Here's an example of one hole. I put them in my vise like that, and they're a lot easier to work on. And then I just use a hammer and beat on it till this piece breaks off. And this is all brass. This is steel. That's all steel. This little end piece here is solid brass. Brass there. And then, of course, these other pieces here that go in your door on the side like that, that's solid brass. And some of the screws that come with this stuff, you want to be careful because some are brass. So I run my magnet over it. These ones stick, of course they're not brass. These ones did not. So they're brass and you can tell by the color, but sometimes they're painted brass, so you want to make sure you use a magnet. And then some of this other stuff is also magnetic. These little guys here are magnetic. They would fit right there. You just break those off and then you just separate everything out, and basically that's what's in a doorknob. So I did the math, and if I was to, let me turn on my scale here. So we'll use this one for an example. It's a whole piece. If you took this to your scrapyard as is, it would be dirty brass. It weighs 5.7 ounces. I get 6 cents a pound for dirty brass. So this would be worth 2 cents. If you take all the brass that you got from that one doorknob, be patient here, put it on here, we'll put all this on there, and this piece there, you're looking at 4.3 ounces. And I did the math on that already, and basically it comes out to about 35 cents in brass for one doorknob. So I have 14, so if you do the math, you basically come up with about $5 in brass, versus if I took this whole thing in as dirty brass, I would only make about 28 cents for this whole bin. So it's not a lot of money, $5, but $5 versus 28 cents. It's well worth it. People out there that do construction work, in fact I'm going to talk to some of my guys at work because some guys do side jobs, and when they do remodel jobs, I'm sure they just throw this stuff out. So maybe I can talk to them and say, can you just throw the old doorknobs in a bucket for me, and maybe once a month or so I'll take what you got. So it doesn't hurt to ask. Or you can go around to some companies in your city and say, can I come by this construction site once in a while and get some of your items like doorknobs or plumbing or whatever. So there's always ways to get scrap for free, and I just wanted to share some of these tips with you. So hope you guys have a great weekend. Please like and subscribe. Take care.